Oh yeah, welcome back everybody here to the gRaceland Shootout Series here on this fine Saturday night. North Wilkesboro is where we are here down deep in North Carolina. This should be a wild race here tonight, especially after that last win we saw with Randy Bledsoe. Finally, a season winner coming out with a win here. Been so close, and finally I knew it was time for him to rise there at Talladega. But North Wilkesboro, a couple of drivers out here that are super fast. Adam Robertson sitting on that top spot right now with an 1868. Doug Neal, he was out there with an 1870, but I believe he's having some electronic issues, does not want to hinder the race at all. So I believe the number 77 Simbach Chevrolet may be in and out here tonight, moving Robert Bomdoig into that second position during practice, and Rule Thane into third. So a lot of drivers trying their hand here at the night. We're looking at the Candyman number 6 Chevrolet. Well, the number 26 sitting 6. Boy, I'm getting all mixed up here where these guys are ending up here out on the track, and this is going to be a wild one. I'm really excited to see them kind of resurrecting this race and coming back to to North Wilkesboro, where I know Dale Earnhardt did one heck of a job and had a lot of time. Right now, on the points lead with 369 points, only 4 points above Adam Robertson is Daniel Holloway, the Candyman, as we were saying, getting his shot here. So sitting number 1 is Holloway, 2 Robertson, and Randy Bledsoe is sitting third. And these guys are only separated really only by about 18 points between first and third. Robert Lynch sniffing just outside there with 350 sitting fourth. And Thomas DeLago. Tommy, he's been doing pretty well out there in that 86 if he can keep that the car panel straight out there. But he's kind of floating around that 5th area with 346, and I believe he is not going to be here tonight as he is out with his drag race team. So let's see what we've got locked and loaded here for tonight and see what some of our times are. Billy Stanley already sitting top of the chart here so far. New paint job for him. Looks like he's running red, orange, and white flames there. Looking good. Definitely interesting kind of way to get around the track here with some different type of speed out there. I'm interested to see anybody out there. Let's see how Robert Doig does it out here. I know he's been trying out there. Let's see if we can take a ride along. Yeah, interesting ride that we're seeing here right out of Robert Doig. That is already a 4th place start for him. Let's keep it going here. Definitely look at that entrance. Very good. Little loose, little high on that turn there. He did really awesome there between 1 and 2, but slowed it up just a little bit between 3 and 4, riding along with him, securing him for a 2nd position. So the number 9 Chevrolet, Robert Doig, moves in. If it sits 2nd, David Cox now in the 7th. Randy Bledsoe, I believe, is getting out there. So last week's winner, try to see what he can lay down here. Around they go. Keep on going. Keep on going. You guys are interested in North Wilkesboro. We'll kind of keep it to not quite as short of a track. This one only being 0.6 of a mile. We'll actually head to a 1.5 miles of Charlotte Motor Speedway next week. Should be a good run there as well. Definitely should be pretty exciting here. Randy Bledsoe, 3rd. Wow. Good time here. Right now, all Chevrolets in the top 3. And right now, Rule Thane, once again, looks like he might be lining up for some beef jerky here. About another 2 minutes left in qualifying. I believe Matthew Barker is out there, 96 Ford. Let's see how he does. His dad, Robert Lynch, right now sitting in 7th. Now that might be his first lap going on through, 10th. Try to see if we can get a little bit of an angle. And I think most of the strategy here of this track is turn entry is going to be your deciding factor. Some guys will enter in, way late as Matthew Barker slides through 3 and 4, and that's going to do it for him. No time he's going to be able to recover from that. So 10th position for Matthew Barker. Hopefully we don't see that during the race. I know he's going to be trying to battle through the field here and try his best shot. Rob Yost is yet to qualify, and a new driver, Randy Havner, but we'll see if he gets his tail out there and tries to get his Chevrolet going. I believe, like I said, Doug Neal may be out of this race here. Dealing with some other issues, electronic, that is. Definitely, I want to mention out there, there is kind of there's a new update for some of these guys' steering wheels and things like that now. I think some of these guys are ended up disconnecting, so there may be a lot of trouble out here on the track. 1 minute left here in qualifying. I just still did not see Mr. Yost out there as of yet. Should have at least 15 drivers. I'm hoping we can get a little more than 13 here. We'll see if we can squeak it out, guys, if you were considering trying this shootout series. This actually been the longest one I've seen them run yet here at North Wilkesboro. You can find them on Facebook, or you can go to the gRacelandShootoutSeries.com. That is their brand new website they've got out there. And they should be able to run a good race out there. All right, that should go ahead and kind of square us off here. 10 seconds of qualifying. We'll head to a warm-up. We'll find a couple of our favorite drivers out there and kind of have a chat with them. But congratulations to Rule Thane, who ended up getting our pole award here for tonight. That was an awesome run hit by him. Coming out with an 18:69 was his best time, beating out the 18:74 of the driver directly behind him. So Rule Thane, fantastic job. Beef Jerky Unlimited pole award heads out to him tonight. That works out wonderful here tonight. I do not believe we have a Grand Marshal tonight. If you guys are looking to Grand Marshal the race, go ahead and get a hold of Billy Stanley as well, in the gRaceland Shootout Series and submit your video. We'll get you up on here. Shout out for your favorite driver. And we'll see if we can get some of our guys up here. See what they think. Right now, Randy Havner not doing it here. Let's see if we can get a hold of Douglas Ross. I know we'll try to get a hold of him. Douglas Ross, you got a copy? Douglas, come on, talk to me, bud.
Hey, Patrick, how you doing?
There he is. All right, man, dude. Talk to me about this race here. You know, it's pretty tough here for Imperium Motorsports here at this track. What's kind of the key to picking up some pace out there?
Pretty much, you know, North Wilkesboro is like one of those short tracks where you just got to take your time, manage your brakes, because it's going to be all about brake power here when it comes to North Wilkesboro. So everybody just has to be careful when it comes to around these corners and just mind themselves when they're passing everybody and just go out there and have fun.
All right, talking to our pit reporter down there, turn one seems to be the hardest, and I would probably say on the launch, you know, it may be an idea to try to stay as far out of trouble as possible, because these tangle-ups here tonight are going to be really serious.
Yes, the tangle-ups are going to be definitely really serious on short tracks, and with us only have one fast repair tonight, it's going to be very, very interesting to see how some of these drivers play out during the race, but as of right now, everybody's just got to take it easy for the first half of the race, and then we can get going in the second half. But right now, first half, just got to take it easy. Just mind your surroundings around you. Just don't get any damage this early in the race, and then when it comes time to after that, just go for it.
All right, and be very, very kind to your tires. Douglas Ross on the number 78 Toyota. Give me your shout-outs.
Just got to give a shout-out to my fans out there, any of the Imperium Motorsports fans that are out there watching, and let's go out there and get this thing. Let's go have fun.
All right, good luck to you.
Thank you.
All right, buddy, that's Douglas Ross. We got a hold of him. Boy, it should be looking pretty wild. Interested to see what some of these other guys, you know, where these guys end up. I want to see if we can actually find a hold of Adam Robertson here. See if we can grab a hold of him. Adam, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, this race, you know, just from the pit reporters out there, they're saying this turn one or turn three, the entrance is crucial. Do you agree?
Yeah, it's easy to overdrive both ends of it. That's what happened to me in qualifying on my second lap. But, yeah, it's definitely going to be a tricky place to get around.
I guarantee it, man. Definitely. But we got 75 laps here, if I am reading this right. Yeah, you know, kind of what's the outlook and how do we stay fast out there?
You just got to be smooth and easy on the throttle.
Well, it's always say easy to be smooth, but when you come to a track that's only 0.6 of a mile, you know, you're less than 3 or 4 seconds and you're back into the next turn. You know, inside or outside line for you?
Here will be inside, but I'm pretty sure if we remember Bristol, I used the same strategy, and we'll see what happened there.
All right, Adam Robertson, give me your shout-outs, man. Hopefully we'll see you in your podium position tonight.
5-Star Beverages for sponsoring my truck and the league. Beef Jerky Unlimited for the beef jerky I can't seem to obtain. Billy for the having the league and everyone to race with and the fans.
All right, Adam. Good luck to you tonight, and hopefully, like I said, man, you're due for some beef jerky. You're getting there. You're very, very close.
Yeah, we'll get there. Just don't I wouldn't cut away to your little screen, by the way, if I screw around and win this race, because considering this paint scheme, I'm pretty sure I'd be obliged to do a Polish victory lap.
Oh yeah, I like the way you think, Adam. Congratulations on your starting spot, though, man. Hopefully, you're able to get up front. Good luck. All right, that's gonna do it for Adam Robertson there, and that is, I think that's gonna round it up. I know we try to see if we can kind of squeeze in most of our drivers here, but it is looking pretty tight out there. I'm interested to see what all we have for you guys here tonight at the GRaceland Shootout Series. I see a couple of you guys out there in the chat. Go get them, AKA. All right, Andrewski. Good to see you out here. Let's go ahead and get this one underway. They should be finishing up for the warm-up here, and we'll get down onto the track. I do want to kind of review over what we have here lined up for you tonight, as these guys go ahead and get ready to start getting gridded up here. There we go. Barney says he's done. Let's go ahead and take a quick look at it at North Wilkesboro Speedway. 75 laps. They'll have 4 sets of tires, 1 fast repair, and a 50% fuel limit. Check out that track temperature at 100 degrees. That is fantastic out here. Definitely, they should not have any problem getting the tires to heat up. But they, it's going to take 2 or 3 laps, seeing how short it is. So they have to take their time. It is crucial that they take their time here tonight, getting those tires warmed up so they don't crash. Let's take a look at our starting grid. Rule Thane and Robert Doig. We're sitting 1 and 2. Randy Bledsoe, number 3, and Adam Robertson. 2 of the previous season winners here sitting 3 and 4. Billy Stanley will be in that 5th spot. Good to see him out here. Glad to see he is getting a top 5 start. Let's see if he can hold it, because he'll be starting next to the points leader, Daniel Holloway, the Candyman, in the number 26 Chevrolet. That moves us to Robert Lynch, the Toyota, out there in the 7th position, next to David Cox in the 119. Starting in row number 5 will be Andrew Smith starting 9th, and Matthew Barker looks like Robert Lynch's son will be starting back caddy corner of him right there in the 10th spot. Douglas Ross Jr., we talked to him, 11th for him. He'll be starting next to Larry Fairman. So very, very careful. These guys need to start as we rotate our way to the back. Bobby Narberg, Rob Yost was unable to get qualified out here, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, some of these drivers may or may not be out here on the track. I think Matthew Barker looking like he's got a problem out there in the 96 Ford. He may be out. We're taking a look. Rob Yost is making it. Randy Havner and Doug Neal are not going to be racing here tonight. No vehicles are out there on the track. That's going to be enough for your starting lineup here tonight. Taking a look at Rob Yost right out there right now in that 83 Toyota. He's going to be starting way back here. Rule Thane wanting to take it away, but pace truck lights are out. This will be the last time around. And go ahead and slice on back down in there, guys. Appreciate you joining me here on the stream here tonight with the GRaceland Shootout Series. Let's go ahead and get underway. I am excited to see what they can do. Like I said, 75 laps. Normally we got 25, we got 35s, but we are going 75 on this one. So there's just something special about this track. And if I were to guess, this is Robert Lynch's favorite track and Billy Stanley's favorite track, and I think they've extended this one. I think they want a whole lot more than what they bargained for. That's why they're sending out an extra 2 sets of tires and a fast repair. A Rule Thane, Robert Doig, front row. Look at that inside line. Caught the outside line sleeping as Rule Thane and Randy Bledsoe get broken away here, get that quick split, and away they go. Fantastic job. Definitely a lot different than what I saw in practice. Is make sure they don't make any contact. Daniel Holloway looks like he gets way loose on the exit of number 2, but this is only for the first lap here, and they are squeezing through. But look at the Candyman on the outside, getting just a little bit here. Robert Lynch definitely has a huge run here on that inside line. The number 14, Andrew Smith here, kind of slicing on around, almost made contact with the back of the 21 of Robert Lynch. Fastest on the track for some of these drivers. Actually, Daniel Holloway's fastest between 1 and 2, but Randy Bledsoe's getting faster between 3 and 4. But Randy Bledsoe sets the fastest time on the track with an 18:72, and this is looking great, but unfortunately, I believe we've got a wreck out there. David Cox in the 119 Chevrolet has eaten it here, and I think Larry Fairman has also got a lot of damage as well. Definitely a bummer. I see definitely David Cox has a lot of damage on the left side of that truck. Let's go ahead and slice over and figure out what exactly happened here to cause this. As we bring out our first caution here of the night. Let's take a look at a top side here and kind of see what's happening. David Cox rotates out of 4. Oh no, David Cox is loose. Oh, I wonder if Larry Fairman kind of saw what was happening there and he tried to get out of the way. Yikes. All right, well, not too bad. Just to look like David Cox got the worst of it. He is down pit road right now getting tires. Looks like he's slinging on a new set of rubber from flat spot, and he'll be able to get back out onto the track. Let's see how we do out there. See if these couple of these guys can get some speed out there. Hate seeing that Doug Neal, Matthew Barker, and Randy Havner were unable to make it out there. So that already knocks 3 of our drivers out. Real bummer there. Right now, Randy Bledsoe. I mean, Speedy Gonzalez out there on the track. See somebody out there on Facebook said, woohoo, 75. Come on, man. Who's the 75? All right, pace truck lights are out. They should be out this time around. And then we'll go ahead and push that truck on off. Back down pit road where it belongs. We'll be back underway. Rule Thane will be taking us to the start. Be able to see how well Randy Bledsoe can do. That inside line was almost caught sleeping there. That was pretty nuts. I don't know why they got so much separation there. Okay, 75 laps. I got you. Duh. I like it. I like it. All right. Pace truck on off. Let's go ahead. Get this one back under green. Here we go. Randy Bledsoe will not be denied. Looks like Rule Thane may have spun the tires here. Looks like we're slicing on through. Rule Thane rotates up. Caution. Oh, no. We're back okay. Boy, that tower messed me up there, but we might have one. Billy Stanley looks like he's playing pinball back there between Daniel Holloway and Adam Robertson. He was definitely connecting with a few doors there. Robert Lynch looking on the inside. Inside for the number 21, rotates up just a little bit. Robert Lynch trying to put on the pressure. Still sitting in 7th place where he originally started, but looking for another shot. Definitely Billy Stanley on the outside here, using a little bit of that VR screen to take a peek to the left and look at him. Doesn't have quite enough room there, but Lynch holding this inside line. He's got it. So far, so good. Right now, Randy Bledsoe out in the lead by almost over a quarter of a second, so he's got a little bit of breathing room, but not much. Let's keep an eye here on Rob Yost. Yost now underneath. Yost has gained at least 5 positions, sitting 9th. He's looking for 8th. Against the new driver, Andrew Smith, in that 14 Ford. But Smith has been holding his own here so far. I did see he kind of wrecked a couple of times out there during practice. But it's going to be a lot of work here for some of these drivers. It's Douglas Ross from Imperium Motorsports. Gives a little bump there to the back of Rob Yost as he kind of backed up that turn a little more than he expected. This is the battle back here for 9th position. To keep this one rotating on through. Looks like Douglas Ross is going to have to drop back and punt and figure out another way through. Let's see how the Candyman's doing. Points leader Daniel Holloway sitting 5th here. Looking to see. There's that crossover. Slices underneath Robert Doig. Doig originally started there in 2nd. Might be falling down to 5th here if that 26 Chevrolet overtakes him. Biggest mover of the race is that Rob Yost up 5 positions into 9th. But it looks like, oh yeah, there we go. Robert Doig, hold it. Woo! Returned that, and Robert Lynch avoided that shot. What an amazing turn there. Looks like, holy cow, it looks like Douglas Ross, he's going to be heading to the pits. Faster pair is over for him as he smashes the radiator out on that one. And Daniel Holloway is going to be using his faster pair too. Second caution here of the night. We'll go ahead and figure out what exactly happened here to cause this one. Should be a no-brainer here. We saw it before. I just want to make sure we get another look at it. Daniel Holloway way deep in that turn, rotates up. Collects Robert Doig. Doig looks to straighten his truck, but collects him as well. Boom. Look at Robert Lynch. Look how he just... I wonder if Lynch even missed him. That was so close. Boom. Holy cow. Yeah, I wonder if Robert Lynch has got what kind of damage he has on his Toyota out there. Doesn't look, it looks like everything's A-okay with Rob Lynch. All right, let's get us back on track here. Robert Lynch is down pit. Back on his way out. 4 tires and fuel for the 21 Toyota. Douglas Ross, fast repair for him. Daniel Holloway's on his way out. So some of these guys' last lifeline here is over. Rob Yost working his way down pit. Caution laps do not count. So these guys will have another round to go ahead back out there. Randy Bledsoe was our leader and still remains the leader of this race, but he's trying very, very hard to recapture the points lead. On this one, Randy Bledsoe sitting at 351, Daniel Holloway at 369. So we'll see if Randy Bledsoe can keep putting on the pressure here, but he's got to get more separation from Robertson, who is in the number 28. Pace car lights are still on. We're going to head around one more time. I would probably guess that one. I would wonder if any of these guys would consider pitting one more time for a quick splash of fuel. Some of these guys, I think, did. Rob Yost, 5-second pit stall time for him, now 13th. He came down 5 seconds in the pit. So, interesting line here for Rob Yost. Double stacked here. You can't tell me that Randy Bledsoe isn't ready to go here. This man is locked and loaded. I am too. I don't know about you guys out there in the chat. It's looking pretty wild out here. I really appreciate you guys joining us here tonight. Don't forget to give us a like or subscribe. Definitely like you guys joining me each and every week. New business ventures for me. A brand new sponsor coming to the broadcast here pretty soon. Very excited about that. Don't want to knock 5-Star Beverages or Beef Jerky Unlimited out there. We'll talk a little bit about them a little here later on in the run. But I want to see how Randy Bledsoe does this. 4 tires off, green flag out, and away he goes. Everybody in the top 5 here. I didn't pit. Here we go, Randy Bledsoe. Holy cow, he doesn't have the move. He didn't get the jump he wanted that time. Rule Thane read that one. Looks like they had their gas pedals linked on that one. Randy Bledsoe may have to ride him up in the turn to try to break this one. But Rule Thane gets a lead lap here. Oh, man. Randy Bledsoe wheeling this truck right now. Is a little contact from Adam Robertson. Sends that 81 sideways there just a hair. Recollects it on the exit. Fantastic job there, but now Randy Bledsoe is going to be chasing Rule Thane, and there's an even bigger gap between those two. Thane ahead by almost half a second here. Let's rotate on back. Where's Billy Stanley? Look at this single file run here by half this track. So far, let's take a look out the back of Billy Stanley here. Look at Robert Lynch send it. Oh my gosh, what a camera angle. No caution. No caution. Holy cow. Let's take a quick look back at what happened here. Lynch sends it into the turn. Remember, he got 4 tires not too long ago. David Cox, oh, boom. Now Robert Lynch is going to be battling damage for the remainder here of the race. David Cox has already lost his lifeline here tonight. He may be dealing with a substantial amount of damage as well. I admit David Cox did check up, but a little nudge there from the Douglas Ross, who has now slid into that 6th position. Kind of gave him a little push there and rotated him on up. Randy Bledsoe has fallen down to Robertson here. Now is under fire by Rob Doig. There we go. Bledsoe gives that 28 a little nudge to kind of return the favor back to him. Oh, no, Bledsoe. Well, definitely didn't like the side of his truck as he trades it there with Rob Doig for that third position. Now Randy Bledsoe's falling down to fourth. No can do. I probably would question out there, where is Philip Temples? That is somebody I would like to see. He once holding the points lead is now falling off very drastically, really kind of all these no-shows here, but he's going to have to do a heck of a job when he comes back. Robert Lynch now, after that last pile up there, ends up 8th. Candyman up to 7th. David Cox has fallen to 10th. Looks like he's going to be under fire here by Larry Fairman for that 10th position. Fairman runs that different line there, has to back it up a little bit. Don't know if he's having a little tire stick issue. Fairman is yet to pit. David Cox is pit. Rob Yost is pit, but that was a fuel and go. Robert Lynch is pit. Daniel Holloway and Douglas Ross. These guys have all pit. They should have plenty of tires here if they need them. And the 14 machine, who also got in that tangle up, now sitting dead last in 13th. You better be careful with these guys running 18-second laps. He's going to be in trouble being lapped. Andrew Smith is lapped. Bobby Narberger was going to be the next one who's unable to, going to try to stay ahead here. So this track definitely starting to spread out here just a little bit, and I know we're trying to run down some of your favorite drivers out there. If you see somebody out there, let me know. Let's take a quick look at our track. You see how everybody's spread out a little bit. I do notice Douglas Ross is getting in a little bit of a pile up here with Daniel Holloway as Ross gets that 6th position, up 5 here in the race. So far, so good. Daniel Holloway on the bottom. You see how Daniel Holloway almost has to wheel this truck a little bit. Gets into the turn, but this turn exit here is really something to contend with here, as Holloway is really battling this truck. You can ride along with him here. Great look out of Daniel Holloway here. This really seems to be doing a fantastic job. Regains 6th position where he originally started this race. Billy Stanley still in 5th. Not too bad, but we are under caution. I think Larry Fairman may have bit it here. Down pit road he goes. Uh-oh, that looked like a fast repair fix. All right, let's kind of figure out what happened here, and let's see what caused this caution. Let's take a look at Larry Fairman here and see what happens. Looks like he's heading into turn 3 here. I thought there was something rather peculiar, as his car just turns on around. Not quite sure as to why that happened here. So we can take another angle at this. Yeah, you see the car, his wheel was turned, but he was going straight. And ended up sending him out of control there. All right, Larry Fairman right now. He will be in the back of the pile here, unfortunately. Not showing anybody right now a lap down. I think some of these guys maybe will get the wave around here, Bobby Narberg being one of them. Bobby Narberg for avoiding that Larry Fairman turning sideways. That was a pretty close one. All right, now it's showing me up front, Daniel Holloway has the lead. Well, excuse me, sitting second as Daniel Holloway is in the lead. And now some awesome pit stop times. Holloway did pit it back on lap 10, and everybody else just came down pit. Douglas Ross actually not taking tires as he's come down 3 times in the pit already this race. As you can probably remember that he took that fast repair, and then he actually was in the back of Robert Lynch on that one spin there. So actually, might have gone back of David Holloway. Or excuse me, David Cox. David Cox is actually sitting still in that comfortable 10th position. He'll be battling alongside Rob Yost here. Billy Stanley has dropped down to 7th. We got a few more cars to pass here. Get ready to go on this one. Here we go. Green flag, Daniel Holloway away, and now Douglas Ross finally getting his chance with some clean air here in the front. But he's got to watch out as the points leader. There's a reason he's up there. Daniel Holloway's got some damage to the front end of his Toyota, so he's going to be battling that as Rule Thane closes the gap. He's going to send it. Yep, there's the contact. Hopefully the 78 keeps it collected here. Rule Thane going to be dealing with some front end damage for that one. No bonus points as these guys are not keeping them clean. Adam Robertson sitting third. He's going to be looking for the gap. Oh, man. Almost crosses him up. He does. Sends it almost 3 wide there. Rule Thane thought about it, but thought best not to. But Randy Bledsoe says, man, I'll do it. Sticks a nose in there, but finds just a little more room for the gas pedal to move for Douglas Ross. Ross now pouring on the pressure here as he notices he is in a bad spot. Right now, he probably thinking he should have taken tires here as Randy Bledsoe, around he goes. Bledsoe dealing with traction problems all night here. Goes from that 5th position to dead last. Let's see what happened. Oh, Bledsoe sends it. Robert Lynch. No. Boom. Gets sent right there. How's Robert Lynch? Oh, no. Robert Doig gets turned too. How did Doig crash? Let's take a look. Past that one. 9 gets there. Go. Gets loose. Look at Billy. Good move. Whew. Doig almost hits the wall there. Oh, he's got some heat in the tires now. Ever seen an interesting run here so far. Getting a few cautions under a belt now. I think some of these guys are starting to loosen up. Beginning of the race went pretty well here. Do want to give a shout out to the sponsor of the league, 5 Star Beverages. They can make your drinks come true. 5 Star Beverages can design your drink system, and they work from everything from beer, soda, coffee, and tea. They do sales, service, and installs, and they are your beverage system specialist. They can even do anything you can dream of on tap, fountain machines, coffee machines, bubblers for tea, slushies, etc. If you can think it, if you can dream it, they can do it. 5 Star Beverages, check them out. I'm sure they've got a website out there. Interested to see how that pans out. And let's see how Adam Robertson. I know some of these guys are looking to crack a few cold ones after this because they're going to need it. And that being Gatorades, people. Let's go. Adam Robertson now sitting in that front position. Rule Thane now sitting second. Doig third. Look at Robert Lynch battling his way back up, sitting for a 4th position. Even with the amount of damage he's been collecting all race, he's out of fast repairs. So that 21 Toyota is going to be on the back foot. Billy Stanley remains staying alive here in 5th. Billy Stanley will be lining up next to Rob Yost, who didn't qualify, now moved his way up to 6th position. Right now he is hard charger of the race with an 8th position gain here on the night. David Cox is 7th, Larry Fairman in 8th, Andrew Smith 9th, Randy Bledsoe finally gets back up to 10th. Let's go. Adam Robertson, green flag, away we go. Run here so far. I know Rule Thane's kind of taking a peek up there, but he's going to have the doors shut on him. Let's check out Billy Stanley and him batting alongside his buddy of Robert Lynch. See how we can get going here. Oh, man. AKA Racing and Hound Dog Racing going at it here. Billy Stanley falling back just a little bit as Robert Lynch takes off. Fastest time on the track, Adam Robertson with a fast 1 and 2 with 9.3. And then Rule Thane plays a little more catch-up. 9.27 by him. But Robertson with the fastest time on the track here tonight, 18.65. Right now he may be the one to beat. We had a little chat with him earlier. Hopefully we'll see how he can do. He said he's going to hold it up for a Polish lap, so we'll see. He's got a lot more to go as we haven't even reached the halfway point. Look at David Cox on the outside here. Randy Bledsoe slicing on the inside. Bet Bledsoe got some tires after that one. He did not. Randy Bledsoe with a 4-second pit stall time after spinning out last caution. Once again, you see the 81 sliding around again. I don't know if this is going to be a problem here for Randy Bledsoe. He's got to figure out how to keep those tires underneath them. Something to keep in mind, guys. Every time you see that truck wiggle, that wiggling means these guys are losing traction. That traction loses time. They're going to lose a little bit of time. Robert Lynch into the wall. That is going to bring out our 5th caution here of the night. If Rob Yost was running a clean one, it ain't now. We may have to talk with Robert Lynch and see what in the world's going on out there tonight. I know he's going to be pretty steamed up on that one. So we'll see kind of what caused this caution here and kind of wheel this back. We did see where the contact was made. Take a look at it up top here. Oh, dog. I think Robert Lynch turned it just a little too soon. Yeah, it kind of clipped him here. Boy, from that other angle, that did not look that way. Can't tell if Billy Stanley suffered any kind of damage to his race truck. Oh boy, oh boy. So Robert Lynch back down pit road here, 4 tires on. Unknown if Robert Lynch is going to be out here for the night. Oh, there he goes. Fires it up, going back out there. He is not one to end up a lap down, especially when you end up in a short track like this. You do not want to you don't want to get a lap down. So he's going to come down, hammer out a couple panels, and get back out there. I would expect to see him probably click off the tires, head back down one more time if they haven't double stacked, and try to fix a little more of that damage. It being a short track, you're thinking, maybe not as much aerodynamics wouldn't cost as much, but he may need that rear downforce, and you see how that rear end of that truck's bent up pretty bad. So, we'll see how if he decides to come down and fix it. He does not. I figured he'd come down, check off the tires, maybe topo one last shot of fuel off here. Hammer it out just a bit, but it looks like it might be 1 to go. Oh, he juked us out there. Take a look there at flagman out there. He decided not to wave it there. Hey, we got somebody from Ireland out there. All right. Appreciate you tuning in here. This has been a wild one. Definitely Definitely collecting some cautions here. We were pretty solid there for about 10 laps. After that, we've been riddled by a few. The heat cycling of the tires and out on the track where the rubber was starting to build up. It's gonna create the seesaw effect here a little bit. I understand guys want to be fast, but we're collecting a lot of guys right now. Adam Robertson in the lonely Ford, sitting in the #1 spot. So far, he's got 6 Chevrolets behind him, ending with David Cox in that 7th position. Truck should go ahead and duck on off here. Adam Robertson going to take us to the restart here, and away we go. North Wilkesboro really starting to be a problem for some of these drivers out here. As I want to keep my eye here on Randy Bledsoe, who's now underneath of Billy Stanley here. Right now, 2 Hound Dog drivers side by side, don't want to take each other out, and I think Robertson's around. Boom. And him and Billy Stanley make contact. Billy's got damage. Oh, wow, that is a lot of damage. So Adam Robertson goes from the lead to dead last here. I would be curious to see as to what caused this. Let's see if we can take a quick look at it. Whoa. Take another look at that full speed here. Look at the speed rule thing gets through that turn. Down pit road for Adam Robertson here. 6 cautions out here. What number is Billy? Billy is the #8 Chevrolet. I think he is still down pit right now. So kind of battling to stay alive out here. Showing 30 seconds down pit. I'm wondering if Billy is burned through his fast repair. He may be out of it for the night. I don't know, but hang in there. We'll see if he can make it back out onto the track. I agree with you. Boo. Hiss. Keep this one going. Robert Doig now has the lead. Sitting in front. Daniel Holloway sitting second. David Cox has fought his way up to third. Douglas Ross returning to the 4th position. Along with him is Larry Fairman. Both these guys have moved up 7 positions. So they're getting their way up the track here. Hate to see Adam Robertson leading the race there and almost not really under fire a whole lot, but we knew the restarts were some trouble for him. Rob Yost right now, biggest mover of the race here. That 83 Toyota sitting 6th. There we go. I called it Robert Lynch. It looks like he's working his way back down pit here. Yeah, I know Robert Lynch. He started out hot at the beginning of this season, but right now, these past couple of races have been kind of dismal for him. Definitely can't seem to find out to get in the right place at the right time without everybody kind of smashing his truck to pieces here. I think that last one might have been him, but from our angle, looked like maybe a cut down underneath. You didn't see him. And then they made the contact. That's going to move us, I believe, under green. Here we go. Oh, look at that. Perfect view of the fans. Rob Doig in the front. Daniel Holloway now second. Douglas Ross sitting third. Let's see how it goes. Single file for them already, but what does the 78 do? I probably would guess already starting, in this position here. Let it sit. Let it ride as contact there by David Cox says, all right, I'll ride on the side of Rob Yost's truck as he scrapes the side of him there, and we are back under yellow. Right now, we are doing more I-pacing than we are I-racing here. So we got a lot of trouble out here on the track, and I think, oh boy, I hope Randy Bledsoe hadn't bent it here. Tell me Randy Bledsoe might have had a problem here. Let's go back and take a look. A lot of tire smoke out there. Oh, what? I was saying, you know, some of these guys out there having electronic issues, Doug Neal being one of them. I'm wondering if Randy Bledsoe's got some trouble here. And some of these guys are blaming it on that Windows update, and I'm wondering if just something's happening. They said the Thrustmaster and the Logitechs are having force feedback problems, and it just kind of continues to mount here for the drivers. You know, I can't imagine the iRacing service. You know, you come out here, you've been practicing, you've been putting your time in, and then, you know, just a silly update. Now all the, all your settings, all your things are all messed up. Just not exactly what you want here. 7 cautions out here tonight. Would want to say caution laps do not count. If they did, I think the race would be over. Pace truck still out there. Looks like the Chevy pace truck's leading this race. It's got more lead laps. All right, I'm gonna stop now. All right, so far our leader, Robert Doig, set up front. He does have some damage to his race truck. See where I get this one back under green. Robert Doig, Daniel Holloway side by side on this one. See how the two Chevrolets can fare here. Right, 4 tires off and away we go. Robert Doig trying to ride a little higher there. Can't blame him. Try to block off Daniel Holloway from making any sort of a pass. Everybody staying pretty collected here. David Cox did not. David Cox and Larry Fairman both made contact with the wall in the exit of 2. Hopefully Cox is able to feel that there a little bit in the wheel. Riding that outside line. That 119 just about scraped off. Rotating back, Larry Fairman. Fairman riding behind the 14. Andrew Smith ended up in some trouble earlier in the race. Going around here, looks like everything's okay. Yost up 10 positions, now sitting 4th, looking for 3rd. Right now, Douglas Ross might be under fire here as Rule Thane is following behind the 83. So far, this race led by 2 Chevrolets, followed by 2 Toyotas. Oh, yeah, Rule Thane sticking that Chevrolet underneath of Rob Yost there. Sends him back another position, but doesn't have it quite yet. Rob Yost trying to hold him by a fender, now by the side of the truck. 83 machine about to send it 3 wide here. Oh, man. Rob Yost thinks it best to go ahead and check up, and don't tell me Rule Thane didn't use that 78 to his advantage here. Kind of used him as a roadblock. Now looking at Doig and Holloway have separated from the field by a second here, and I believe Adam Robertson, in the process of him trying to catch back up, spins himself out here. Oof. Oh man, I think Bobby Narberg, when he made contact there with Robertson, has now totaled his truck. I think Narberg might be out of it now, seeing the amount of damage he has. Let's take a look back. Adam Robertson here on lap 41. Yep, sends it in. Got right in that dirt pile here. Almost saves it. Sends it on around. Boom. Boy, I bet you he didn't need that. Yeah, looking at all these ones out here, you know, just kind of running through Adam Robertson out here. It's just he's really had a time out here tonight, just unable to stay alive out there. You know, he just kind of keeps getting collected in so many other issues out here. Wow. That last crash, that was pretty wicked here. Hate to see it for him, but hopefully he's able to get back out onto the track and try to put some laps down. I knew we got about 5 more under our belt, but we were back under caution. All right. Pace truck lights are still on here. We're gonna see if we can grab a hold of a driver out there and see if we can grab a hold of somebody here, and hopefully he's in a better mood. Randy Bledsoe, can you got a chance to talk to me here?
I do. How are you?
Oh man, well I'm doing okay. How are you doing?
I'll be glad when this race is over. I do not like this track.
All right. Well, I've noticed kind of the seesaw effect from you here. We're up front, we're down back, we're up front, we're down back, and Adam Robertson's having kind of the same deal here. What's going on with the track? Is it rubbering up pretty bad, or?
I'm battling a brake bias problem. I cannot get my brakes set just right. That's where I need them.
Well, definitely. Too much front, you can't steer. Too much rear, and then you know it steers
no
too
happy
much, and then you're
medium.
locked up.
That's right.
Yeah, definitely tough to see. Randy, hopefully we'll see you here later in the race.
Okay, see you, bud.
Good luck. All right, normally we try to get the Hound Dog driver out there to give us his shout-outs, but we are under green. I do not want to mess him up. There's Adam Robertson is already slicing and dicing back here. Not real happy with the amount of damage he has. He already spent a minute and 13 seconds down pit, but not as much as Billy. Billy Stanley had originally spent almost 2 minutes down pit as he is battling for 7th position on the outside of David Cox. Loses that position to him, but he gets it right back. Sticks a fender in there, but not enough. Billy Stanley rear ends the 119 and dead. Oh boy. I talked to Randy Bledsoe and he's in it now. What in the world just happened here? As you guys can probably guess. Man, look at that shot. What in the world caused all this? Because as this is happening here, Randy Bledsoe gets turned as well. Oh, contact over 78. Good Lord. Well, that collected half the field. We stay under green, though. I think they've kind of had enough of it here. They're just going to run it out. Keep this one going. David Cox lap down. Robert Lynch 2 laps down. Doig still leading the race. Holloway in the second. Rule Thane pulling up third. These guys have been the fastest on the track right now. These guys are all within that 3/4 of a second mark. Thane diving deep into these turns here. Right now, Rule Thane has the freshest tires. He changed them on 35. Shot at it here. Definitely not looking good. That was a wild shot here. Got somebody out there in the chat saying it Billy may have been rammed first. So let's see if we can clear Billy here. See if we can find a good angle. Whoop. Yeah, and then got nudged a second time there in the back. Yeah, it looks like he might have run through that turn A-okay, and then the 83, Yost kind of gave him another shove, and that definitely sent him back on around. Regardless, let's get up front as these guys are fighting around some lap traffic. This is our 1, 2, and 3 up front. The trio running them down. Bobby Narberg behind. Next, they're going to be looking at is Larry Fairman. Larry Fairman right now sitting 7th. He'll be the next one they're going to try to put a lap down. He's struggling to stay in front. Oof. Contact, Larry, into the wall. That's going to put him a lap down right now. They've had enough. Let's go ahead and get her going. 24 laps left to go. So far, so good. Still on the lead lap is Billy Stanley. He'll be the last one. Remember, these guys are turning 1871, and looking back, the leaders are barreling down on him. Adam Robertson sitting 5th. Boy, his looks like it chewed him up and spit him out here, but he's still wheeling around here. Way to keep his head down and continue charging. Driver's still out there trying to make something of it here. Out there in the chat, big one gotcha. Yep, definitely that was a nasty wreck there. Smith kind of taken out of this one, that number 14 machine. Hate to see it for you, man. Definitely a wild race here. Rule Thane sitting 3rd, Holloway 2nd. Doig still leading this one with 21 laps left to go. Smoke all over the track. Doesn't seem to find anybody out there. No incidents since lap 43. Coming up, completing 54 on to 55 now. Robert Doig still leads it. Looking good here so far. Doig, Holloway, and Rule Thane. Let's take a look back. Robert Doig, yeah, definitely has the turn entrance right there in the middle. That's where Daniel Holloway's trying to capitalize. Candyman trying to see if he can find a little soft spot here, and he is. Losing a lot of gap here, Rule Thane. Oh, yeah. Daniel Holloway gives him a nice shove right there. Lets him know he's there. Doig going to have to pick up the pace a little bit. Right now, all Chevrolets for podium positions now. Billy Stanley goes down the lap. That leaves only our top 5 on the lead lap here. Right now, our leaders got to make up 10 seconds to catch the 1 and 5th that they're looking to try to lap the whole field here. I don't think they're going to be able to do it with 17 to go, but it's definitely possible. Doig up on Bobby Narberg again. Narberg, great job. Hats off to him for staying out of the way and allowing these gentlemen to continue racing. Now next, David Cox. David Cox rotates up top. Doig underneath of him now. How's this going to work for turn exit? Rule Thane. Oh, Rule Thane got caught. Rule Thane heads up driving. Gets caught there a little bit and now falls off by 3/4 of a second off pace. Now he may be able to get a breath of fresh air here to the front of his truck and may be able to start reeling these guys in. We talked about Robertson. He's out there, was 5th, now 4th. Far, it may be possible if they can catch Rob Yost there for 5th position. Rob Yost is our hard charger here of the night with 9 positions gained. Here we go. Candyman on the bottom. Rule Thane going to follow the outside. Daniel Holloway trying to see if he can find a little something here. Not quite enough. Number 26 taking a peek as Randy Bledsoe's just riding that top line trying to get some completed laps here. In front they go. Daniel Holloway trying to take another peek. Let's take a ride along here with Holloway. So close here. Interesting to see how early Daniel Holloway is diving into these turns. I don't know if that's hurting him right now. Thane starting to see a weak spot. Thane in the 33 trying to reel him in. Already got 2 bags of beef jerky here. He's looking for a win. They may have to expect Doig to get turned around and face the field before they can catch him. Maybe laying off just a little bit here. Like I said, Doig last pit on 25, Holloway pit on 28, and Thane on 35. Those tires are now paying off. Inside line, Thane loses it. Tires a little too melted down here. Can't do it. Stella out there in the chat, you love Holloway's helmet. Definitely, he's got an awesome one. Let's see if we can pop that thing on the bottom left here. That should be a smiley face. Looking pretty good here. Daniel Holloway sitting second. 8 laps left to go. Robert Yost only has 6 seconds before they catch him here. He's got to start picking up the pace or he'll end up a lap down here. Doig still in the lead. Right now, these top 3, everything seems pretty calm out in the water right now. Can Daniel Holloway catch him? Or is Rule Thane going to get him here? Right now, a great night for our points leader. Regardless if he wins or not. This is going to be an excellent run by Daniel Holloway, but it looks like Rule Thane trades a little paint with the rear bumper of his car here. Only 5 laps left to go here in North Carolina. These guys got a few more laps to head around, less than 2.5 miles here at the track they've got. Rule Thane trying to take a peek here on Daniel Holloway. I think Holloway's figured out he ain't got the speed to catch him now. Bobby Narberg toward the top again. Daniel Holloway sitting second. Oh, man. Rule Thane catches that turn exit a little weird there, unable to get the angle in that he needed. Robert Yost still trying to scurry away from this one. He's batting alongside Douglas Ross. Ross is a lap down. These guys looking back at the rest of the field. Man, that 83's got a lot of damage. Let's rotate back to our guys. They're trying to run him down here. See how Rule Thane. You know, we try to show the rest of the field. Unfortunately, the rest of the field kind of spread apart just a little bit because the battle for second. Rule Thane's taking a peek. They're running up on Billy Stanley here. Doig has 1 lap left to go. As long as they can keep it clean. Daniel Holloway blocking lower than he needed to, down into the dirt. Rotates out behind Billy Stanley, uses it to block Thane. Thane's going to send it. Thane, no. And that is going to do it here at North Wilkesboro as Robert Doig brings home the win at North Wilkesboro. Holy cow. Robert Doig, Daniel Holloway, and Rule Thane. All these guys, I was going to say, started inside the top 5. Daniel Holloway did start 6th. Rule Thane had the pole position, ended at 3rd. And Doig started 2nd, been up front just about all night here. Ended up on our winner. Awesome job by our drivers here. That was a great run. I would say a great run once those cautions stopped coming out. I think they said, you know what happens, happens. We're out of cautions. Just keep on going. Alrighty, everybody. You know what that means. Obviously, we got to collect everybody up, have a little conversation with them, and say, dude, what in the world was going on here tonight? Because that was some of this was definitely some wild driving out there for sure. All right, we'll be right back, and let's have a chat with them. Alrighty, everybody, and we are caught up down here in pit road with Rule Thane in the 33 Chevrolet. I would probably say once the cautions cleared up, the racing got much better.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, it was a pretty good race. It's hard to pass. You could barely get under them, but it was just very difficult to pass.
Everybody says turn entry was the key to winning tonight. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I mean, you had to get it, get it up on your right rear a little bit going in, but that wasn't hard to do. 4 was a crazy corner. I mean, you almost had 2 turns in there, and you get a little bit on it and then get back on it hard.
Yeah, it almost looked like there was some sort of a bump. Like as soon as you guys exited a little bit, the truck would bounce a little bit, and then people just unable to control it here tonight. How did you stay out of most of the trouble tonight?
That would have been luck. I got into Adam. I feel bad about that. Bomb Dude had a run. I barely cleared Bomb Dude. I knew he's going to be right on me going in, and I overdrove the corner. I thought it tapped him, but man, he just threw him sideways. So, yeah, there's a lot of caution tonight, but it was a tough track.
Yeah, definitely a tough track. We head to one next week, Charlotte Motor Speedway. Confidence level heading there.
Pretty good. I mean, I know that track a lot better than this one. I mean, this is a great track, though, but we just hadn't ran here that much, so I'll be more comfortable at Charlotte.
Man, I can't wait to see iRacing update this place with the new North Wilkesboro. I can't wait for that. Rule Thing, give me your shout-outs here.
I want to thank 5-Star Beverage and Beef Jerky Unlimited. Yeah, I try to get that pole hard because I love me some beef jerky. And thanks Sim Tracks, you guys. Thanks all the admins and all they do in this league. It's a fun league.
All right, Rule Thane, we will catch up with you next week. Good luck.
Thank you, brother.
All right, everybody. Rule Thane, that moves us to Daniel Holloway. That moves us to our points leader here. The Candyman, Rule Thane. Rule Thane was all over you in the past few laps here. How'd you keep him off?
Luck, I guess. I don't know. I was so focused on him, and then I had some space, and I was catching Robert, and then back with him. It was like a three-way battle there. That was one heck of a 40 laps or something like that. It felt like 100 and some laps. I was asking the other guys. I think they had 4 tires, but I was the only one that took the right side tires. So I was amazed how I stayed up there.
Any regrets?
Nope.
All right, man, because, yeah, we were taking a peek. I said, oh, my gosh, Daniel Holloway last pit on 28 with a 5-second pit stop. I was like, dude, I don't know if that's a good call, but you held it out. I thought you were going to have Robert Doig there for a while, but then Rule Thane was all over you. Talk to me about, kind of the toughness of this track here.
I mean, I haven't really raced a whole lot on this North Wilkesboro. I think it was on a different vehicle, but I haven't really been on the trucks here. So 3 and 4, I was strong. 1 and 2, just trying to find that line. And with me and Robert talking, I was better on 3 and 4 than he was, and he was beating me on 1 and 2. And then Rule was Rule. But I think he had a little bit more fresher tires than both of us. But especially in this short track, it's easy to catch somebody, but man, is it hard to pass.
Oh, yeah, definitely for certain. I noticed you tried to block down the dirt, almost nudged the grass there a little bit, trying to make sure he wasn't going to get away from you. But, man, it was a wild shot. Charlotte Motor Speedway's next week. Tell me a little bit about, your outlook on that before I get to shout-outs.
Well, Charlotte's a good track for me. It's high-flying, high-banked, and multi-groove. So this Hershey Kisses truck will hopefully be up front in another pit strategy maybe would do it and stuff like that. But good points night for me. Led a few laps and just chasing Robert. He did a fantastic job. It was pretty much who was going to make the mistake and who was going to counter it from first, second, or third. I thought Rule had me on second at one time, but I think he got too loose on the inside, and that gave me back to the momentum and stayed in front of him. So that was one heck of a battle between all 3 of us. So I didn't know what happened behind us. Next thing you know, I heard people were spinning and saw a few guys that were blown up and no caution came out. And, until you see that yellow flag, you just got to keep digging.
Yeah, I'm thinking that either iRacing or somebody in the admin said, you know what, enough's enough, we're going to race. I mean, that's what we're here for. And they gave up. Daniel Holloway, congratulations on your second place finish here tonight. I don't think you gave me a shout-out, though, bud.
I just want to shout out to Graceland, Billy for this league, and Kuhn, Robert for being an admin in here, taking control over here, and you up in the booth. I'm gonna watch this race later on, and 5-star beverage, and maybe then one day I'll get that poll for some of that beef jerky. I need to get that little taste in the mouth there, so pretty soon, hopefully. And all these guys out here that race every week, it's been fun, great to race with, and honestly, I am surprised I am leading in the points right now. I was not expecting to lead, so it's a tough group with these guys in here.
Well, only 13 races in this one. This is the completion of race 10. We've only got a few more left to go. Consistency like this is going to win it. So we'll have our eyes on you, and good luck to you next week.
Sounds good. I'll just keep smiling and sticking that tongue out. That's what I do on this track.
Oh, yeah. Well, I've got somebody out there really complimenting on your helmet out there each and every week.
Well, the theory is on this was, and it's been a few years, so on this Hershey Kisses, if you're behind me or I'm in front of you, you're reading, hey, kiss this. But if I'm behind you and I'm up against your bumper, you're looking at my helmet, smiling, laughing, and distracting you a little bit.
Okay. Just a little bit of the edge. Daniel Holloway, the Candyman, and the 26 Chevrolet. See you next week.
Thank you, Patrick, and y'all have a good one.
Too. All right, Daniel Holloway. That moves us to our race winner here tonight. Oh, my gosh. All right, let's go ahead and grab a hold of Robert. The Bomb Dude Doig. Talk to me here tonight. This was an interesting one for sure.
Hey, Patrick, how you doing this evening? Yeah, it definitely was. At least for me, for them first 10, 15 laps, I know it sure was.
Well, I know it was 10 or 15 laps. We were under green. You were kind of moving around there, trying to stay out of trouble, move back a little bit, and then we just then we had cautions like chicken pox, man. That thing was all over the place. It was just, and we just couldn't seem to, shake it. But I think there was one huge wreck that took out about 6 drivers, and then it was green flag from there on out. Did you, were you happy about that part?
Oh, yeah, I was definitely happy. I was happy that most of it happened behind me. And I know there was a couple that happened up front, and I was able to dodge them. And smooth sailing from there, I guess you could say.
Yeah, well, it's definitely tough. I know you were outside the top 5. A win tonight is really going to help you reel in Larry Fairman and Philip Temples here, as they are. I believe Fairman ended up 10th spot. This will move you up, and especially really with a second place start here tonight with the qualifying. The points on your mind heading into this race and into next week.
Well, they're always on your mind, I guess. I missed a race a while back, so that kind of dropped me back down here where I am. And, I'd like to get up there and race with them boys up in the top, because that's where I started out the first few races, and I'd like to get back up there for sure.
Yeah, I can't blame you. We had the Charlotte Motor Speedway next week. How's your confidence there?
About as confident as anywhere else. I'm a pretty easy going guy, and I can figure stuff out. Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't.
All right. Well, just looking at this race, before I get your shout-outs, what was the key to winning here tonight? Was it brake bias? Was it being out of trouble? Was it avoiding wrecks? Is it, some of these guys just had different battles on their hands at different parts of the track. Where was your success mark here?
Well, I practiced a lot in the first practice, and I think steering ratio and brake bias had a lot to do with it. Several guys pit more than once. I only pit the one time around lap 30-something. So that kind of brought me up towards the front, and luckily I stayed up here.
All right, man. Well, that definitely seemed to be the winning ticket here. Go ahead and give me your shout-outs, and let's get you ready for Charlotte Motor Speedway.
Well, of course, we want to thank all our sponsors as Simtrax Broadcasting, yourself, 5-Star Beverages, Beef Jerky Unlimited with Tommy D and what he does for the Pole Award, and Real Optics. If you wear glasses and you're running VR, get rid of the glasses and get the Real Optics lenses.
All right, Robert Doig, appreciate you joining us here tonight, and we will see the Bomb Dude next week.
Yes, sir. Catch you then.
All righty. All right, everybody, that is going to do it for our race here tonight. 3 Chevrolets in the top rung here tonight, and it was really a doozy. I appreciate you guys all joining us. We'll go ahead and pop up our race results here of the night. See if you can find one of your favorite drivers out there, where they ended up. It does show Robert Doig there in the front. Daniel Holloway ended up second. Thane was third. Robertson battled. I can't believe it, with that much damage, got fourth. And Rob Yost was our 5th place finisher. I hate to see that some of the drivers out here weren't able to capitalize. Robert Lynch with a massive amount of damage out there. Fairman and Narberg the same. And we talked to Randy Bledsoe, and he got absolutely obliterated out there. Some his fault, some others, but it was a wild run here. Appreciate you guys joining us here tonight. Once again, this has been a fantastic broadcast by Simtrax Broadcasting. We will actually be heading out to Charlotte Motor Speedway next week. If you guys are looking to catch up, I believe we are actually at the Thunder Racing League tomorrow if you're in the dirt. So you can tune in for that. That should be a great run there. But guys, like I said, we'll catch you next time. Be well, be safe, be kind, and I'll see all you guys next time.